lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundito entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara, Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va, Schwarber bomb, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento, swing y lo ponchó. Ponche de Alvarado, amigos.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Phillies Weekly, another episode after the All-Star game. Great showing, Jeff, by the city. I know you went there to the game, and you went to all the parties and all the things. As always, I mean, you're fully connected. We come and start playing, and we go one. We win 1 out of 3 against the almighty Mets. It's a sour taste around always when you lose to the Mets. But look, I think we have to celebrate that the city was a great showing. It was the 250th anniversary of our country, and look, I think the city shined and did what it needed to do.
Yeah, it was a fun time, Oscar. I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you what, Thursday felt weird going back in the clubhouse. It didn't feel as crazy as it was the last couple days. Before that, there's still All-Star game stuff hanging around the Phillies clubhouse, by the way. But you know, with the outfield, how they mowed the grass with the font for the All-Star game and the logo, that's starting to fade. They painted over the All-Star game logo. It's weird.
They're thinking of Chicago already, man. They're thinking of All-Star Chicago already, man.
Well, don't you remember last year? Like, I think it was the first game coming out of the break. It was like, oh, Philadelphia's got the All-Star game next year. Let's make a big deal out of it. So, but yeah, it's just really weird. I think the players have been kind of hit and miss. It's been a weird weekend, Oscar. I'll just say that.
Yeah, it's a weird weekend. Somehow we're 55-45. I mean, we're 10 games above 500, and
they haven't won a game with the 5th starter since May 18th. That's crazy.
There is something going on. There's something off. I mean, we're 7-7 in July. We've not started the month the way we want to. I mean, a lot of the core hitters like Harper are not hitting well. March is way down in the month of July. So we'll talk more about it as we go into it. But there's something. I know
you have the numbers for July last year. Their record. If I remember correctly, weren't they like 14-13 in July?
500, 11-12, 11-12 last year, and then we were a 500 team in the month of June at 14-11. But look, I don't know. There's something missing here, and the whole idea around this today's podcast, we have a great array of hosts today. I mean, of guests here with us. Is to talk about what are the big questions this team has. I mean, as we start approaching in the next couple of weeks, the trading deadline, we're going to have to make a number of changes. And with the Brad Keller injury this week, it accelerates a number of things that Dombrowski needs to do. And we'll talk more about it. But look at the dream team we got today here with us. I mean, John Foley's in the house. And look, he's from the store. He's from the store.
Always. 24/7
there now.
Great to hear from you, John. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Today, not the best game, but we keep it moving.
Yeah. How was Derek Hill at the store a couple of days ago? I know on Friday it was wild. I mean, I saw some of the pictures, and it was wild.
It was wild. The turnout was incredible. Derek Hill himself, just a great guy, very down to earth, very cool. He bought everyone food from Angelo's. It was a great time.
John, how far are you from Angelo's, by the way?
So we're at 22nd and South.
Angelo's like about 12th Street, somewhere there. 12th Street.
10 minutes by car.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean,
not too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. There's the man, the Phil Stillsgate guy, Tyler. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing well, Oscar. Glad to get the regular season back on and looking forward to this week of baseball.
Yeah, I think you pull a great tweet. I don't know if it was yesterday or today. I glanced through it. Today was my World Cup finals day, so I needed to broadcast the game. So I didn't pay too much attention to the Phils. But I did see that you put, for some of the teams that are out there, the players that could be available. And I thought that was very interesting. Let's go over that list as we get into this discussion. So, and by the way, I love a message somebody sent you today. Who's this guy behind Phil's tailgate? He does such an awesome job. Here's the man. Here's the one and only.
There I am.
They thought there was an AI machine just pulling all this information. No. Here's the guy. I mean, there's Cory. Cory, how you doing, brother? What's going on?
I'm doing well, Oscar. Thanks for having me on. Looking forward to chatting some Phillies, some prospects. Obviously, everybody is wondering what they might do with Gage Wood and Alex McFarland. That's going to be quite the topic over the next
draft. I love your thoughts on the draft. I mean, was it a good draft? I mean, it's hard to tell right now, but it was interesting because I ran kind of an AI model on what are the top 30 prospects of the Phillies, and 3 of them, the first 3 picks, made it to that list. So that was interesting. To see there a shortstop from high school and a couple of college kids. I mean,
we got to stop mentioning AI on this show. I'm so tired of AI.
It's
costing me my job, Oscar. It is.
I mean,
I can't take AI.
I know. I understand that. I mean, to me, when I use it,
that AI we can mention. We can mention him all day.
I mean, Tyler? Let me see. What AI is? Which one was that? I was looking somewhere else. Which one AI is that one?
AI is coming for your job.
Yeah. Well, that AI can take my job. That's what you should make. You should make a shirt on that. AI is coming for your job.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is a sad reality of. And look, I mean, look at the phones we're using today, guys. I mean, a few years back, I mean, we were using dial phones, and after that, I mean, this phone were bricks. I mean, look where they are right now. You have to try to continue to evolve with it, and that's the reality. I mean, it's like, I think baseball, if you look at baseball, how it's evolving today, this week was very interesting. The MLB not allowing teams to use certain levels of information inside of the clubhouse, I thought that was very, very interesting. I mean, so what are some of the guys that are doing? I mean, they talk very general about this thing. I want to know the real things. What are they exactly doing out there? Do they have like cameras where they're looking at things that they shouldn't be looking at, or what's the real story behind those things? So that would be very, very interesting. So why don't we get it going? I mean, let me pull the slide here for 1 second so we could talk a little bit and kind of react to some of the things. So this week, I mean, we had a short week, right? I mean, the All-Star game. I mean, any thoughts? I mean, before we're going here, any reactions to the All-Star week? And I thought that the city looked beautiful. I mean, what the city did was amazing. I mean, any thoughts from each of your ends?
Yeah, it's been a great year for Philadelphia. I mean, from hosting the World Cup, and you could hear all the tourists talking about how great the city is, and then to the All-Star Village, that was fantastic. Took my son there, had an incredible time. The Home Run Derby, how fun was that? With everyone going crazy. Schwarber ended up in second, but it was good. It was a great time. And then the All-Star game itself. I mean, the kids with the bikes, and it was all
that really was beautiful. That was beautifully done. That was a great production and great choreography. It was very, very, very well done. It was one of the greatest things. Anything from your end, Tyler, that you saw?
Yeah, I just think that they did such a great job, and you see what nationally people are saying about Philadelphia and about the Phillies and about the fans. And I think in that aspect, it went as well as it possibly could. When you look at the performances of the individuals in the Home Run Derby, like Schwarber and Jordan Walker, I think that was such a positive experience for the Home Run Derby itself as well. And knowing that it happened in Philadelphia and there was that atmosphere around it was really impressive.
Yeah, I thought the Home Run Derby was, I mean, you could get red carpet and all these things that I don't necessarily care for, but I thought the Home Run Derby was a beautiful display. The competition was excellent. Everything was excellent. Look, this kid Jordan Walker, I mean, wow. It's amazing what he did. I mean, it's truly
Home Run Derby
amazing.
was something. That Home Run Derby was something we've been waiting for a long time, right? I think even when Citizens Bank Park was picked to be the All-Star host in 2019. We're like, can you imagine a home run derby in Citizens Bank Park? Can you imagine Bryce Harper in a home run derby here? We got that. In 2019, we had no idea Kyle Schwarber was going to be a Philly at the time, or how his career would take off. But it was a great display, and I mean, really, if you were there, it was even better. The Netflix production, I can't say much about it.
Yeah, by the way, both John and Corey, I send you the link. Just FYI.
Yep, thank you. I sent it out. I was in the building both days, the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game, covering it for Philly Sports Network, and I thought that there was so much electricity for that Home Run Derby. Everybody was just juiced up for it. It was a great spectacle. I actually thought there was more buzz in the stadium for the Derby than there was for the All-Star Game. But John mentioned that Sandlot act, the reenactment of that scene of the 4th of July. I mean, that gave me chills. If you were in the stadium, they perfected that masterfully. I thought it was really cool. Freddie Freeman was playing catch with one of the young teenagers. Bobby Witt Jr. was flipping through baseball cards. Jacob Mizorowski was showing his pitch grips. I mean, that was probably what stole the show and what was really kind of a bore of a game. And if you're a Phillies fan, obviously the guys didn't really do that well, right? Marsh 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Harper didn't do anything. Schwarber, Jesus Luzardo was probably the bright spot, throwing 6 or 7 pitches for a scoreless inning. But overall, I think the city did a really good job. You guys mentioned the All-Star Village. I was there the first day it opened. It was packed. Everybody was excited. I think overall it was an A-plus effort from top to bottom.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree 100% with that. And look, I thought, I added the moment where Harper went nuts at the All-Star, at the Derby, coming out there and getting on the ring and just, come on, Harper. If you're going to do that, you better win the freaking Derby. You get up there, dude, you win the freaking Derby.
It would have been, that all would have been a lot cooler if he came through and won.
And by the way,
I didn't think he had a chance to win, honestly. I thought the right-handed hitter was going to win. I did not think it was going to be Jordan Walker.
Look at the laugh. I know it's hard because the picture is small, but look at the laugh of Schwarber looking at Harper doing his thing there. That's hilarious, man. It's special. I love our team embracing. That is something great to see, that this team is kind of coming together, or at least the star of this team's coming together. Our guys, the guys have been Hall of Famers before, just going out there and throwing pitches. It was a great show done by the city. And the game was awful. The game was absolutely awful. I have concerns that some of the stars are beginning to bail out. Like Ohtani, you could see Ohtani was supposed to pitch on Wednesday. He's not going to pitch on Wednesday against the Phils. So it's interesting.
He's pitching Tuesday from what we heard.
Oh yeah, he's not pitching. He's not pitching.
Did they change that? Okay.
Yeah, my understanding is that he's not pitching. And look, the reality is H is going to start playing his toll. He had a mission this year to win the Cy Young, and he ain't going to win the Cy Young. He's not going to have the innings. That's the bottom line there. But again, I had to put March in the red carpet there. So he, the showman there, 3 ladies and him. Huh? Look at that. Not one lady. 3 ladies. Come on. I know his sister and his mom and his wife. It's like her girlfriend. I thought that was funny. And also, I always love what MLB does around cancer and pulling for that. That is a tremendous cost, and it's something worth watching. So, hey, kudos to the city. We did what we needed to do. Now let's play ball, and let's try to find a way to get into. And just look at the first message that we get here, and we know what we're all talking about. Any reactions to this?
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong at all.
That is exactly why I want the Phillies to play in the wild card series. I'm afraid every time they take off
the break. No, I get it. They do seem to have a tendency when they have some kind of break to come out flat
And I'm going to show you the stats for July. I mean, they ain't pretty. I mean, they're not pretty at all. So
they've been struggling on offense. This is more than just a 3-game series, by the way.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I didn't have time to do every single slide with the averages and all that, but there is plenty here for us to react to as we go into this. But I mean, look at the series. I mean, what can we take from this? I mean, it's not like we had. I mean, McLean. I mean, I know McLean. I really like that kid. I think that kid is going to be a real good pitcher for a long time for them. But come on, guys. I mean, losing to Scott the first day. I mean, he's the second coming of the Grom. What's going on here? I mean, it's like
that was the bad loss in the series, Oscar. I thought they needed to win Saturday, but Thursday's game was the bad loss. They just looked like they were still in the All-Star break, like Kevin just said in that post he had. I mean, that was the game. I mean, today. It was what it was, right? I didn't like their chances with a 5th starter anyway, but Thursday, it's like Aaron Nola pitched well enough.
Yeah. So, Jeff, you said something very interesting. We have not won with a 5th starter since when?
Since May 18th. That was the last time the Phillies won a game with the 5th start. They are 0-8.
Absurd.
Last time I heard we're in July.
It's funny, like because you hear on Twitter and like people say to me all the time, it feels like they're literally punting that game. I said, they are punting.
They are.
It's a scheduled loss.
I've never seen a team where you can just tell me who the starting pitcher is, and I can tell you if they won or lost.
And Tyler, one guy that caught my attention is Miley. Out of the list, you put a list together of a number of teams. I don't know if I can pull it here during the show, but maybe if you don't mind pulling the list and just talking about some of the starters that are there. But a guy like Miley, that is an afterthought, is a guy that has. He will do a much better job than I know Rangeli's trying.
Now.
yeah, I know Rangeli's trying, but I mean, what are we asking? The guy threw 90 pitches. I mean, here are the stats for pitching. You cannot lose a Nola 6 innings, 6 runs. 6 innings, 6 runs, and 1 run. Because I'll give the 2 home runs. I give it to Mattingly. He should not have come out in the 7th inning. He should not have come.
I agree with you. And Don got very defensive, saying, "Oh, the hindsight thing." I said, "No, Don. Like this is
no hindsight. No hindsight.
Your bullpen was well rested. You could have put a Ryan Kirkering in.
I mean, Aaron Nola is barely surviving now. I mean, he's pitched three great games. I mean, he allows you 1 run. Take the guy out. And
well, no,
look,
I think it was gunshot because Noel's last start, right? They took him in.
He took him out too early.
The lineup, and then Mesa got blown up. So,
but 6 innings. I mean, hey, we all we need. I mean, just prove it to me. I mean, you said
that 5th inning was vintage Aaron Nola. Bases loaded. No, it looked like he was going to implode, and no, he turned into Aaron Nola again. Got the double play. Yeah. I'm like, oh wow, they might win this game now.
And Luzardo is 10-0. In the last 10 starts, or the Phillies are 10-0 in his last 10 starts.
Yeah. The Stars got like what, a 1.3 ERA in his last 10 starts or something like that.
The thing with this 5th spot, and this is what really frustrates me too. There were actually 2 starts where Painter gave up 1 run and Rangel actually gave up 1 run, and they still managed to lose those games too because they're not going deep enough, which forces those middle relievers in. Which has been a disaster.
The Red Sox game. I remember the Red Sox game probably was one of those games.
Yeah.
I said to Don today, I asked him after the game, Tyler, you probably heard it. Do you feel like they're pressing, right? Do you feel like whoever is the 5th starter is pressing because of the situation? And I thought he simplified as best we could. Look, we're not asking these guys to pitch like, Aaron. No, I mean, pitch like Jesus Luzardo here. We're pitching them to just keep us in the game. And for the most part, Rangel has.
Yeah.
And look, I appreciate Rangel. Rangel is trying to do his best. This guy's a journeyman. This guy is a 5 ERA guy in the minor leagues. I mean, what are you asking the guy to do? I mean, if he goes 5 innings and 3 runs, I mean, we can go and throw a party. I mean, it's like
there's a reason why we've all said like this guy is not the answer. Like he's not the answer, but he's doing what he can.
It's also tough to win games scoring 1 run. You know, I mean, this like we can talk about the pitching as much as we want. And obviously, it's a problem. But when your offense is still struggling to score runs and you're only putting up 1 run, I know McLean's a good pitcher, but as Oscar mentioned, Scott on Thursday, that seemed like that was just a hangover from the All-Star game. The guys, Schwarber, Harper, they were busy all week. They really didn't have that full break off. But if you're only scoring 1 run, you need your pitchers to be perfect. if your offense is only putting up 1 run.
Yeah, the smoke was the issue. There we go. That's what we needed to hear. Let's blame it on the smoke. By the way, it's going to be really bad in the area in Chicago and Cleveland this week. I mean, it's coming down it's going to be very hard on them. So I would expect that a number of games are going to be suspended. Tyler, give us some names there on that list. I mean, Miley's one of them that caught my attention.
So I put together a list of all the rental players on the 7 teams that I truly believe at this point are going to sell. So the names that I had on here are Brady Singer, Tyler Mahle, Clay Holmes, Michael Lorenzen, Jose Quintana, Chris Bubich, and then Robbie Ray and Freddie Peralta.
Yeah, the problem is Robbie Ray and Freddie Peralta are going to cost you a ton. I mean, I love to have Holmes here. I mean, and be the 4th, 5th starter for us. I mean, he would be great, but the Mets aren't going to do that. I mean, they're not going to hand you, unless you give him a top prospect, they're not moving Holmes. And I think they're trying to resign him. So the Singers and the Mileys are the type of guys that are probably not going to cost significant, and you need them. I mean, that's the reality. And I would try to get one of the starters, I mean, to be the 5th starter on this team the remaining of the year. And you never know. I mean, injuries happen and you need to be ready, I mean, for it. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, as a security blanket, because we don't have anything in the minors. I mean, do you see anything in the minors? I mean, Gage Woods ain't going to pitch and as a starter here probably if he comes up. I mean, he's going to be a relief pitcher, and he probably is not even ready. So
yeah. Well, no, he's not, because like he hasn't thrown more than 5 innings in 1 start. And say they do bring him up as a starter, they're not going to, but say they do, he's only going to pitch it. He's only going to give you 3-4 innings. They're going to monitor him.
No. If we see him at all, it'll be as a reliever. And you know, you think ahead to the playoffs, and you feel pretty good about Wheeler, Sanchez, and Luzardo, but you got to get in the postseason, right? And if you're just punting every 5th game and some of the 4th games with Nola, then you're not going to get there. So I think, you know, they have a lot of needs. You don't want to give away your best assets for a number 5 starter, but you got to do something, and you got to get somebody serviceable, and somebody should be out there.
And the way they pitch, you need to win 2 out of 3 games. I mean, you lose today, but you need to win the Nola game and the Luzardo game. There's no other excuse.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Go ahead, Tyler. You're going to say something?
Yeah, you brought up a good point with the injury aspect too. I mean, we've been pretty lucky that the starters have remained healthy. But what if Wheeler or Luzardo or Sanchez goes down? Then Nola is automatically your 3.
Even they pull a rib cage or whatever. I mean,
on to 2028.
A blister.
You're trying to get a player. I mean, you can't even really get someone like Lorenzen or Quintana. Like, it has to be someone that you feel confident could potentially be the 4th starter in the playoffs.
Where is Taijuan Walker when you need him?
Lorenzen off that list.
Yeah, I don't want Lorenzen.
I love the no-hitter. That was fun. We had good times.
This is what's so upsetting about the whole thing. Like, it looked like at the beginning of the year you had some depth at the top of in the rotation, right? Taijuan Walker obviously was a disaster. You thought maybe Bryce Wilson could be that guy. He's been on 3 teams in 3 weeks. Now he's in the Brewers rotation, I believe. And Gene Cabrera just got
good too.
Yeah, exactly. And Gene Cabrera's back with the organization, but no one claimed him off. Like, those are your 3 guys outside the top 5, and 2 are
Chase, but he's injured and he's coming back from injury, which
Chase's rehabbing as far as I know. They wanted him back in August. Yeah.
He is in Clearwater right now. I had someone send a photo of him. So he's
say that he's feeling healthy and he's starting to throw, and the rehab process is going pretty well. I got that confirmation the other day.
That's good. I love his fastball. Is really heavy. I mean, it's a really good fastball.
It's a shame he had Tommy John, because he'd probably be up here right now.
I don't doubt that. I mean, he is that good of an arm. I mean, the kid, he's not a 1, but he's right there, maybe a 3 or a 4 in any.
He's a major league pitcher. He's going to be a major league pitcher.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. So here, kind of 100 games, guys. We got 62 games to go. So we got 62% of the season in the books. So this is going to move fast and furious. I mean, that's the reality of how this goes. 55-45 plus. I mean, I think overall record you're not worried about. 26-23, we could be better at home. We're good on the road, 29-22. Mattingly has done an incredible job, plus 20. Now at 46-26. We've done well the last 30 games, 20 over the last 20 games. I mean, last 10 games have not been ideal, but then you got the All-Star break in the middle. I do like what we did against Detroit. And who was the previous game? Kansas City?
Cincinnati?
Cincinnati. That we won those two series. I thought we were going to end up losing. We stopped hitting, and I was very, very worried. So those two series are huge.
Yeah,
that we won.
5-4 road trip going into the break was big for that.
Yeah, that was really big. So we're 21-27 against team above 500. That always fluctuate, 34-18. I think the most interesting news here, left-handed pitching, 19-19 now. It was about time. I should have probably put it yellow, but I didn't have the time. I mean, did this. As we were after the Argentina-Spain game. So the Spaniards are celebrating right now. So look at where we are on the upper right. You see March and April, we went 2-3 and 10-16. We were April last year, we were 14-12. We started bad. Then we got really good. May was very similar, 19-9 last year. This year, 18-10. June was significantly better than last year, 18-9 versus 14-13. And in July, we were not that good. We were 11-12 last year and went 7-7. So
I remember last year at this time we were saying the Phillies need a right-handed bat. They probably need another arm in the bullpen. There were a couple things, right? Oh, they needed a closer last year. They got Johan Duran. So
and I think we were one game above 500 at the time. Or we had a one-game lead. Sorry, we had a one-game lead in the division.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think now. I feel like they have more needs this year, and this team is not as good as last year, but I don't know. Last year, I felt better at this time than I do now.
So until we heard the news of Wheeler, and that's when everything went south. I mean, to a certain extent. I mean, and then Dombrowski came in and brought Duran and Bader, and things kind of got back together. So it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, Jeff, you said something just very simple, in a very simple way. Is this team better or worse than last year?
I think they're worse. I mean, I really do. Record-wise, obviously, yeah. And look, Don Mattingly, give him credit. He's right at the ship. But I think this team is very top-heavy. And we've talked about this. You know, if Kyle Schwarber hits a home run, they're usually pretty good. If Bryce Harper hits a home run, they're usually pretty good. They're getting contributions. But last year, it was like, okay, just get Alec Boehm and Bryson Stott, one of them hot. Brandon Marsh is cold right now. But overall, like, I felt good every time someone pitched on this team. Now it's like, okay, the fifth starter, no. Aaron Nola, okay, you all know what you're getting. I just don't like the depth on this team.
What's your take, Corey? What's your take on this? Better or worse?
Yeah, I agree with Jeff. I just think they're relying on just two or three guys, and that's not a great recipe for success in the lineup. Jeff and I were talking about this off air the other day. You look at the Dodgers, right? Everybody's trying to beat the Dodgers, compare them. They get contributions from hitters 6 through 9. I mean, was it Tommy Edman last year? He had a big playoff run. I mean, there's guys that just kind of come out of nowhere that help these perennial playoff teams. And it just seems like the Phillies don't really have those guys that are almost glue guys where you've got your superstars where, okay, they're going to come up in the clutch, but who's the guy that's going to come up with a clutch RBI single down the right field line or put a good at-bat together and draw a walk to keep the inning going? It just doesn't seem like they've got that this season.
Yeah, so Bryson Stott, by the way, is the best guy on base with runners on base that we have. So I thought that was an interesting stat.
Well, that's we had a couple weeks ago. This team just doesn't get on base. They don't walk at all.
That's a problem. That is a problem. Tyler, your thoughts? Better or worse than last year?
I think we're worse. If you look at the end of the Dodgers series last year, there were multiple times where you could say, you know, if this went right, the Phillies could have won this game. If we match up with the Dodgers today, I don't think that it would be that close. And, you know, it feels like a dart throw for half of the lineup. You know, sometimes they'll have clutch hits. Sometimes they won't. You know, the people don't get on base. I think our team on base percentage is at 300 or slightly below 300, which is horrible. And you're right. There's just no depth. You know, These guys can get hot. You know, they can go on a run. they could win multiple playoff series.
They could win the World Series.
They could.
The Phillies team on base percentage is .303, which is last in Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
there it is.
I'll go against the consensus here, and I'll say better if you look at the games where it's Wheeler or Sanchez or Luzardo starting, which
is your playoffs.
And you're right, Jeff. You used the term top heavy. That's exactly what they are, and that can be okay in the postseason. That can make them a better postseason team than they have been in the past. But you got to get there, and that involves winning some games with your fourth and fifth starter as well.
I remember last year. Last year I was so bullhead with this team because they were good pitching, right? I mean, look at the numbers. Oscar's gone right up here. 3.91.
My bad.
ERA. No, 3.91 ERA in the first half, and they really haven't been that since. But they were hitting in the second half because the pieces they added. And I still think if you can get 6-7 innings out of your top guys and get to Kerr and get the Bo and get to Duran, you're going to win the game. But the problem is they have trouble doing that.
I'm going to give you one name, guys. Ranger Suarez. To me, he makes a huge difference. Having Ranger or not having Ranger, he makes a huge difference between last year and this year. I know that we have Duran now for the entire year. We only had him for half of a year last year. But the other thing is what we were told, right? We are not running it back. We have Crawford, Andrew Painter, Adolis Garcia, and Otto Kemp. Only one guy remains in this lineup, which is Crawford, which is a big, big problem for me because he shows that it didn't work out. I mean,
I also think that they rushed Painter, and I think they had to because of the time frame that they put on him last summer. But Jeff and we were at most of his home starts in Lehigh Valley. Jeff, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when I watched him, he didn't look like a guy that was mowing down AAA pitching. He didn't look like he was dominating that level, which is something you'd like to see from your top
you and I were at a game in August and we were talking about this. We're like, okay, we know this guy's but is he ready to come up next year? Like, it was almost like a blind faith thing. Like, we're just going to slot this guy in. He's going to be fixed. And Cory and I both knew Ranger Suarez wasn't coming back. Oscar knew Ranger Suarez wasn't coming back. And everybody thinks it was the Aaron Nola contract. I'm like, it wasn't the Aaron Nola contract. They braced for this. They traded for Jesus Luzardo and signed him. That was the difference.
They did. I mean, they had to make a choice between Luzardo and Ranger, and they picked Luzardo. I mean, we could have had Ranger this year.
And it worked out.
Yeah, and he worked out. I mean, where's Taijuan Walker when you need him? So that's the only thing I say.
And that's the other thing, too, with Taijuan Walker. He sort of figured it out last year. You know, he wasn't terrible. And then for him to come back this year and just be – he's even worse than Painter was. He's worse than Rottenhill.
Exactly. If he could have just did what he did last year, there's your number 5 starter.
And that was on top of being a swingman, a star. I mean, he did everything for them last year. So it was very odd to see that he just completely plummeted.
Let me show you this slide. This slide is very, very interesting. And it talks about the 2026 Phillies. And to me, the total, I did not update the total, but I did update the month. So you can see, and I added July. So look at April. You went 10-16. You made 18-10. We saw 18-9 in June. But take a look at the inconsistencies. Look at our pitching. April, 467. May, 319. June, 4.2. 11th in baseball. This month, 24th in baseball, 494. So how can we be the second best team in ERA in May? I mean, pitching, and then suddenly we are 24th in baseball, just like we were.
You know what I'm amazed by this whole thing? Somehow they're 7-7 looking at these numbers.
Yeah, because you compare it to April, and the
series that I told you, the 2 series that we won,
pretty much as bad as they were in April. But 7-7, I'm grateful for 7-7, seeing some of these numbers.
This is the ranking. This is the ranking in MLB that kind of where we are. So June are hitting like woke up suddenly. In May, our pitching after Mattingly came in, our pitching rode the wave. Look at the numbers there. But then in June, our hitting took over, and you can see it. I think this slide is always really interesting that you can see. Look at what we're winning. How hitting is so important for us to win. Look at the wins. These are the wins, the greens. And then take a look at where the majority of the greens are, and that's when we hit, we win. When we don't hit, I mean, we might not pitch great, but we're able to win without that.
There's only one outlier in that whole chart, Oscar, and that was that week they played Pittsburgh and Kansas City, and they hit that week, but no one could pitch that week.
Yeah.
No,
so
that week too, specifically, there's 6 guys that really pushed up that ERA: Alvarado, Banks, Trevino, Backus, Sugar, and Johnson.
The bullpen. The bullpen
the rotation of the bullpen.
So those guys specifically, I don't know how many games that they cost us in July, but they certainly elevated all of those pitching numbers in a bad way.
Yeah. And it's not going to get any easier. Obviously, they've got the Dodgers coming into town. They might be catching the Yankees at the right time. They're struggling against the Dodgers right now. And then you've got Miami, who, don't look now, they're only 3 games behind the Phillies right now coming into the start of this new week.
It's a big series coming up.
Yeah, it is a big series. I mean, look, all series are big. I mean, if you would have won this series, you don't need to win the Dodgers series. But from a mental standpoint, the Dodgers series truly represents something. I mean, there's no doubt about that because of what the Dodgers are. But the reality is the Dodgers are playing for October. I mean, the Dodgers.
I'm kind of glad Bohm downplayed that today. Like the whole Dodgers series, he's like, "Look, every series is big now. It's the second half of the season. You know, it's go time. You know,
it's the second half of the season." Let me pull this out. I'll put you a question, and I'm going to pull you the numbers, which I thought it was interesting. There's some interesting questions here. Let me see. I'll pull you this, and then I'll come back up. Can you guys take that question and answer it, and I'll pull the next few questions that are there.
Yeah, I think it's a smart comment. I mean, back end bullpen help you. I think you could go to war in October, right? With your top 3 starters, and then feeling great about Duran in the 9th. You get somebody locked down in the 8th as well, and you feel pretty good about your squad. I don't know if it's the biggest need. I still think the biggest need is a bat.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Well, we're going to have that discussion.
A bat's going to win you in October. I'll say that. If you're thinking about October, John, I agree with you. If you want to get to October, I think you need that 5th starter.
Yeah.
And left-hand reliever.
The Phillies will be unable to get what they need because they have nothing of quality to give the teams. We'll look into that in a minute, Michael. Great thought there. Look who is here. Lo bonito del béisbol. You're going to start the second half with no Wheeler and so I don't have as big an issue with that.
I didn't have a problem with that either.
I didn't either because Wheeler and Sanchez, they've been pitching. They've been your workhorses the last 2 months, and it's fine that they get a couple of days off. I mean, I'm fine with that, and one of them at least pitch in the All-Star game. And by the way, Sanchez, his command was completely off in that game.
I think he was a little overhyped in that All-Star game. Not overhyped. What's the word I'm looking for, guys? He was too hyped up. That's all.
Yeah. Look at this. This is interesting, guys. Look at this. This is our hitters, right? Schwarber. Yeah. So Schwarber goes April, and this is including the season is up to date. I did this last chart, so I wanted to show it to you guys. April, Schwarber was fantastic, 928, 975, 792. He's not off to a great start in July, but still above the average in MLB, which is around 715, 720. Finally, Turner wakes up. I mean, finally, Turner is beginning to show signs of life.
And JT.
Which is,
And JT.
Yeah, and JT. Well, and JT. JT. I get Turner. To me, anything that we get from JT is a plus because my expectation is that JT is going to be a 650, 700 OPS.
Hey, you know what, Oscar? I think you and I are on the same wavelength with JT there. It's like, look, if he hits
whatever we get is positive. I think he came here and signed as the best catcher for the pitchers, and that he was gonna do that. But take a look at some of the other guys, which I was really, really surprised. So take a look at Harper. I mean, in the month of July. Take a look at Brandon March in the month of July. I mean, guys that you need to rely on. Now they're becoming weaker. And then Ramuto comes up with 827, and Hill, by the way, what a pleasant surprise. I mean, bring him more to the store, John. Bring him more to the store, see if he keep hitting. I mean, it's like He's gonna be famous here in Philly if he keeps hitting this way.
John, I can tell you, Derek Hill had a great time. Because I did ask him, like, how was Foley?
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm happy to hear it.
Tyler, when you see this, what's your take?
Sorry, what was that?
With Tyler, when you look at this, I mean, to me, the word that comes is inconsistency.
Yeah, it definitely is inconsistency. I know Marsh has been going through it. He did get a hit today, which is positive. I did not expect Harper to be this bad in July. I did not realize that he was. But I think it is positive that Turner is finally getting going. But, yeah, it just proves that they're so inconsistent that the moment Turner gets going, Harper and Marsh are slowing down. So
it's incredible, man. Incredible.
You really got to hope they put it all together for like 3 weeks in October.
Yeah.
Right. If you look at this chart collectively, I mean, month by month, they don't have more than 5 guys that are in the green at once. I mean, that's the tough part. I mean, we talked about April a lot. Obviously, it was Schwarber and Harper for a while. Then Marsh started to catch fire, and now Harper and Marsh are down. But as Jeff said, you need a 3-week stretch where these guys, and really Bohm and Stott, in my opinion, you need those guys in that lower middle part of your lineup to just produce a little bit more than what they've done.
Yeah, Turner, Bohm, and Stott. This season, I said this before in Phillies Fastball, not Phillies Weekly. This season is going to go depending on Turner, Bohm, and Stott. How they hit is going to determine if this team goes somewhere or it doesn't go somewhere, because you cannot count on Harper and Schwarber to do everything.
Yeah, because you know what you're getting from Harper and Schwarber. Marsh, I think, is going to be fine. Some other guys you're not going to get a ton out of them, but the wild cards and the variables, Turner, Bohm, and Stott. We've seen times when they can do it. We've seen Turner carry this team offensively at times.
And Bohm always is hitting you. Bohm, no, finally. I mean, he's playing much better defensively. You got to give it to Alec Bohm. He's a significantly better defensive player this year.
Bohm had an interesting confession today. Like, we asked him about how he feels swinging the bat right now. And he said, like, it's frustrating because he's swinging the bat really well. He's just not, balls hit to the outfield, line drives are outs now. So,
yeah.
And he said and he admitted, like, don't overcorrect it. Like, keep doing what you're doing. They're eventually going to get hits. Like, but yeah, it's like that 708 OPS in July. It feels like it should be a lot higher.
And Jeff, didn't Turner say something similar about his batting average with balls in play and those May and June numbers when influenced? I don't think it's only that, but he did have some bad luck.
Yeah. So
for what it's worth, Bohm's. For what it's worth, Bohm's expected batting average is 241. It's 219 on the season, I believe it is.
Yeah. No,
so I mean, like, if you get 20, 30 points higher in the middle of the lineup, it's not a huge jump, but it's better than the 219.
I mean, he's the type of person or I don't know. I don't want to use a connection with. Imagine a pretty lady that you want to invite out. Oh yeah, sure. And then should I ask her? Not ask her. I mean, she hints you that yes, but then no, and then come on, guy. I mean, just get it done, dude. I mean, just get it done.
I know for the deadline, getting that outfield bat's definitely important for this team. But part of me wonders if they try to get a third baseman and then deal Bohm separately.
You led into that, Tyler. I was just about to ask you guys, like, do you think they shake this team up? Okay, they don't have the minor league guys, but do they shake up the major league team to do this?
I guess I don't feel confident that they're creative enough to do that, but I think that they should do that.
Let me throw you this one.
Maybe they will do that.
I mean, let me throw you this one. This is a wild one, okay? I said this in the Carlos Baerga show. How about if conceptually, there might be issues between Lindor and Soto. What if you don't bring Lindor? I mean, Lindor's not having a great season. Turner's not having a great season. They both have the same salary, number of years, and all that. Why don't you bring Lindor here and you send Turner there?
That would be.
Would you do
it?
I think I would do it just because.
I would do it.
I think you would get 2 really good months out of Francisco Lindor in World Series. You're still in the World Series or bust mode.
Here's why I don't want Lindor, because you hear in the media that he had issues with McNeil, and he had issues with Nimmo, and he had issues with Soto. Don't you think that it's him? Like,
At a certain point.
It's him. That is a really good point.
I think Juan Soto made the biggest mistake going with the Mets, which are a historical losing team, than being a superstar with the Yankees, with Judge, and winning so many championships. Biggest mistake. Biggest mistake.
I love this Judge Soto pairing. I feel cheated. We only got that a year.
I agree. I mean, again, better for us, but I mean, to a certain extent, I do like Lindor. I think Lindor is a clutch hitter. One thing that worries me about Turner, he's not clutch. I mean, look at his clutch numbers in his career. He's not clutch.
Oh, you know what? Someone joked to me the other day, why does it always seem like Trey Turner gets a big hit when it's like 5-0? And I'm like,
exactly. I mean, look, and I like Turner. I know he works very hard. I don't question that. But at the end of the day, it's about performance, guys. If you make $30 million, you better perform to that salary.
And that's why everybody's on him, because this is the guy that was supposed to take you over the top.
Okay, let's get to a couple of very interesting things here. So, my friend from Lo Bonito de Béisbol, I stole this from him about the Brad Keller. It's in Spanish, so you guys can have some fun with the Spanish there.
Oh, by the way, from what Michael's saying there, they have enough of the quality to give the teams that they are. They have some pieces, but do you really want to get rid of any good players you have in the farm system? That's the thing.
It's a good question. I think this year, yes, you do. Because you're several years in, your stars are aging. We don't even know if there's going to be baseball next year. I'm at the point where if there's a good player in the farm system that other teams want, and it's not on the same timeline as this Phillies team, let's send them out. At a certain point, you got to go for it, right?
We see these rankings publicly, but every team evaluates these players differently.
Yeah,
so there could be some teams that see our farm system and say, I really like these players, and I evaluate them better or more positively than other people do. So there could be
what if one team sees Brian Rincon differently than Baseball America sees Brian?
It's extremely subjective.
Yeah. I'll give you a great name. What about Andrew Painter, who we're all kind of down on right now? But I could see another team looking at him and be like, hey,
I would not trade him. I would not trade him. To me, that guy's going to be
Oscar's team Andrew Painter.
To me, he's a Zach Wheeler of the future. You cannot trade a guy like that. I mean, that guy.
I believe in him, and that used to be my stance, Oscar. But I've softened on it because I think he's not on the right timeline with the rest of this team. And
I think to me, if a year from now he's the same way and you don't see progress. I mean, look at then
he has no value.
Mickey Moniak. Look at Mickey Moniak. When this team could benefit from having Mickey Moniak on this team right now, we just basically give him away.
But we didn't have the time to develop it. You know,
and he got hurt when it was his opportunity.
And that's what John's saying. The other thing too is you can look back at like Spencer Howard, like, oh, we could have traded him earlier, but we took the risk of keeping him. His value still went down, and then we still ended up getting, Kyle Gibson for him. I mean, Kyle Gibson wasn't a star, but at least they took.
He helped them get to a World Series.
I don't know. It's really
That's what makes prospects and evaluating them so tough, because like you talk about Andrew Painter, as Oscar mentioned, when going into this season, even last season, it's like there's no way you can trade an arm like that. But then when you see him struggle in the big leagues, you've got people like John who rightfully has their stance softened because you're seeing, hey, maybe hugging the prospects isn't the move. A, they struggle to develop some of them, and B, if they want to win a title with this window and this team, you got to kind of make the tough decisions, and you outweigh the pros and cons. You move these guys to win a title. Is that better than moving Painter and seeing him become an ace for 10, 12 years?
And obviously this is a different team, different situation. But when I was watching Jordan Walker this season, when I saw Jordan Walker 4 years ago, I'm like, this guy's going to be a major league star. No ifs, ands, or buts. This guy is going to be so good. He sucked his first 3 years in the majors, bouncing between up and down. Look, he finally figured it out in year 4, wins a home run derby, he was an all-star. Like, I hate to say it, but you got to be patient with a lot of these guys. But
and remember, it's command.
I still think
not velocity.
And to your point, John, and to your point, John, like, this team is in a different situation than the St. Louis Cardinals.
I think Andrew Painter is a project right now, and
it is a project. It is a project, but one thing is important.
Right now.
the issue is not velocity. The issue is not pitch movement. The biggest issue with him is a couple of things. Number one, command. So he's throwing hard. He's just not commanding. He's not putting the pitches where he needs to put.
And then it looked like he got scared to throw the fastball.
Well, and then that's the part that worries me about, which is the mental part of the game. That's a mental part of the game, which is a different story.
With their development of Painter is they had this guy learning 8-9 pitches. I was told this by people who pitched in the 80s and 90s. Whatever happened to like learning 3 pitches and mastering them instead of trying to master 8 or 9? Now he's like SpongeBob in the episode where he forgets the pickles. Like he forgets what he's doing.
See, Christopher Sanchez wasn't even. I mean, it's like nobody dreamed what Christopher Sanchez have become. Perfecting one pitch. Basically, this is what he did. He's perfecting. He's throwing a sinker at 97 miles an hour, and then he has his changeup, which is a masterpiece. I mean, of a pitch. Painter needs to continue growing. I mean, just trading an arm like that, it just kills me. I mean, look, let me put it this way. Why are the Phillies among the maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 teams that could win the World Series? Because starting pitching.
Yeah.
Because Wheeler, Sanchez, and Luzardo.
I will add this to John's point, and I think Tyler tweeted it the other day. Anybody missing Mick Abel right now?
Yeah, no, I did not tweet that. No.
Well, you didn't tweet that, but I think the Phillies won the Duran trade. I think.
Yeah.
He just went on a 60-day IL.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and I think the thing is like I see Mick Abel going there, but I also see what Duran provided us. That I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with that too. Yeah. I think in Mick Abel's upside is not what Painter upside is, in my view.
And I think Eduardo Tait's going to be a good player, but he wasn't going to help this team go maybe 20.
I'm telling you, Andrew Painter is good. You heard it here. Andrew Painter is going to be Wheeler. I mean, 3, 4, 5 years from now, Andrew Painter is going to be Wheeler.
Will it be with the Phillies? That is the question.
I just think some of these guys who have become projects now are they should be more valuable to other teams than they are for the Phillies who are in win now mode.
And that's the sad part of baseball, which I absolutely hate. Yeah. That you cannot take the time with a talent like that to groom him the right way. And it happens with the Yankees. Look at all the outfielders with the Yankees. I mean, look at all the guys that are there. Even the Mets are doing a better job this year because they, with Bench and the other guy, Ewing and some of the younger guys, because they're losing. I mean, they gave up on the season. But the Yankees cannot put Dominguez or Spencer Jones out there because they're not ready. I mean, as simple as that, which is very sad. Let's focus. The next couple of slides are very meaty slides. So we lose Brad Keller. I mean, Brad Keller was delivering 4.02 ERA, significantly below where we expected, or worse than we expected. Look, it is a quality. He's a quality arm. We expected more of this guy. He didn't deliver it. We have 8 relievers. Duran is one of them. Kerr is another. Bolin has probably earned the circle of trust to be one of the 8. The other 5 guys, I mean, it could be whatever you want. I mean, it's
you feel good about 3 guys, right?
Yeah. Tim Mesa is essentially the mop-up guy. Yeah.
I mean, just look at the 9. Misa, I take the Misa, but Misa cannot pitch you. I mean, he cannot be a 7th or 8th inning guy. I mean, that's
was
the
at
problem.
one point in his career. That's not his job now. Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd like to see Seth Johnson figure it out because I think he's got some decent stuff. I mean, I know he's thrived in AAA and he struggled a little bit in his stints at the big league level. But it goes back to your point, Oscar, where sometimes you need these guys to just figure it out and have that time. But unfortunately, when you're the Phillies or the Yankees or these other teams that are in the win now mode, you don't have that leash. You don't have that luxury. But I do think Seth Johnson could possibly be a solid bullpen piece down the road.
Yeah, and I don't mind him being, if he's your project guy, I'm fine with it. You keep him there, not a problem. But you cannot have Johnson, Lazar, Sugar. I mean, it just... I mean, and then you got Banks. I mean, look at the number.
It's musical chairs at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's
look at these ERAs. This is ridiculous for a team that's has.
And again, I'm fine with Johnson being the one guy you want to develop, just like you're doing with Crawford. He goes through the growing pains and all that. But the other guys need to be quality arms that can pitch you at 6-7 after the 5th inning, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You can win the game.
What's crazy about this whole thing is like Max Lazar at this time last season, we're like, okay, Max Lazar might be something for this team at some point down the line. Now I don't know what he is.
I mean, I don't know.
He's a guy. He's a guy. He'll have some good outings. And like Johnson, I think they're just using him wrong. I mean, for the most part, minus today, I mean, if he pitches 1 inning, he's been fine. Then every time you bring him out for the second, he gets shelled.
Yeah, because you need innings. I mean, from that.
Meanwhile, they have an answer down in Reading right now who throws 101, throws 102, but they're trying to trade him, so they're not going to move him up.
He even exists. I don't know.
Oh, he exists. He exists. He's not AI.
That's saw him in the flesh last night.
What was that?
I think they're looking at him as a trade piece, right?
That's exactly what he is.
What team is going to be like, oh, I wonder why they're keeping him in Double-A and not moving him up?
Oh, yeah, they all think it, but it's funny. 7 scouts from 7 different teams were watching this guy last night, so they must be thinking it.
By the way, Wab, I saw your message. I like your message. We'll put a few of these messages in a minute, but I want to put this one out there. There was a McFarland comment that was made here. Here you go. Here's a McFarland comment there, and so we can react to it. Sorry, Corey.
No, you're good.
They're not going to give McFarland a shot. That sadly.
Yeah,
unless
if he doesn't get traded.
If he doesn't get traded.
But this is a great comment.
Talking to some people,
they're part of the issue. What are you going to do? You're not going to be able to fill all of your holes.
They have too many holes. I mean, talking to some people, McFarland, they're saying that it's his first year as a reliever in high leverage. He's working on getting lefties out. He did some in college. I still don't know why. I know why, what Jeff mentioned, but he's pitched well enough to warrant a call up to AAA at this point.
He's also 25. I mean, call him up to AAA.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Give him the bigger ball. That's the thing. Give him the major league ball. Let him throw it.
So what do we do with the bullpen, guys?
I think
just bring one arm.
They have to get a 7th or 8th inning guy, and then maybe 1 or 2, just middle relievers. I mean, I saw Nate Pearson was DFA'd today.
Oh wow!
I mean, he hasn't been giving up a lot of runs. I mean, he's got quite a few walks, but
another project.
Here's the thing.
If he's at the end of the bullpen, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I agree. That guy has a great arm.
Here. Which one do you pick if you're only able to fill one? This is why I kind of like this comment. Which one do you fill if you had to pick?
To me, it's the bat, because I keep thinking ahead to the postseason. And if you're going to lose in the postseason, let's at least lose in a different way. let's hit. And if if middle relievers come in and blow the thing, fine.
I don't disagree with Chris either. It's tough to win. We only score one run.
You only score 1 run, yeah. So to me, just give me the bat, and I'll go to war with those top 3 starters. Give me a bat and a bullpen arm. Give me an 8th inning guy to be the span Duran, right? And
I think it has to be a starting bat too. I mean, I've seen
like a legit major league bat.
Rincones. I mean, I think you need an actual starting bat, and then Hill can get some time between Marsh and Crawford, but I think it has to be an actual starting bat.
Yeah, the strategy of collecting like 5 or 6 different guys that you can throw in at different times and they're all kind of okay. I don't see that being a recipe for success.
Look, I'm not I'm terrible at making up trades. Would you trade Gage Wood for Joe Adell?
No.
Just throw one. Yeah. See, exactly.
Really like
I'm terrible at making up trades.
But Gage Wood could maybe help you this season.
He could if they decide to do that. I just don't think they're going to do that.
Corey, who is further along in your view to be effective at a major league level, McFarland or Wood?
I mean, strictly as a reliever, I would say McFarland, because he's been doing it all year. I mean, you're looking at Gage Wood, who's not only on a pitch count right now and an innings limit, but you also have to work him up and ramp him up to pitch multiple days a week. I mean, that's the life of a reliever. Gage Wood is a very fiery person. His starting pitchers are very methodical. I just don't know or see them thinking it's worth changing his whole routine to just become a reliever for this year. I know it can be done. He probably would grab the opportunity by the horns and say, yeah, like, let's go.
Oh, he definitely would. If
that's
they
the way
told Gage
Gage is.
tonight, you're moving to the bullpen, he would do it.
Right. But if you're asking me today who would have a better impact, I think it's McFarland, because he's been pitching in that type of role, even though it's in Double-A, and he's got the higher velocity where he could get away with some command issues or leaving some pitches over the zone with that sinker at 102. You can get by with that and beat it into the ground and still work your way out of trouble.
That's fair.
I'm not trying to get into McFarland's head right now because I think he is kind of pitching well, but at the same time, I've seen this with a couple of Phillies prospects over the years. When you are unsure of your future, especially now, the best thing that's going to happen to him is August 4th, wherever he's at. If he's with the Phillies, gung-ho. If he's with someone else, gung-ho. At least he knows his future. Right now, everything is in limbo, and he knows why he's in Double-A. He knows, but it's just one of those, like, what do I got to do at this point?
But by the way, answering this question, to me, Wheeler would have unlocked Ranger Suarez to be able to pitch in multiple ways in that series in 2025.
Kevin's right. If they have Wheeler, I actually think they win the World Series. I don't think people realize, and Oscar, you've talked about this, how much of a difference Zach Wheeler makes for this whole thing.
Oh, you could argue he's their best player.
He's the best player. I mean, in my view, he is. I mean,
just think of it. You have Wheeler game 1, Sanchez game 2, Luzardo game. It's like Oscar said, you use Ranger ever you want, and maybe Aaron Nola doesn't even pitch in that series.
Yeah. By the way, he was the biggest snub in the All-Star game. Sorry, no, just kidding, Jeff. Just kidding. It was a joke.
You know what? We argued that one already.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
You know what? I'm coming around to that though. So
okay.
I disagree with you, but I'm coming around to that.
Hey, any news, Tyler, on this?
I just know he's in Clearwater too. He was
he's
also
in
a photo.
He's right. He's rehabbing.
But I think at the end of this week is the 8 weeks that they initially said. But I haven't seen any actual timeline besides that he's in Clearwater.
So when you ask Don Mattingly, you're not going to get anything. He really doesn't know. He's not on the radar. But from what I hear is basically the same thing Tyler's at. He's rehabbing in Clearwater. I don't know if he's swinging, don't know anything. But it seems like it's August 1st seems to be that timetable of him playing in the game somewhere.
Interesting. Painter looked confused. That's what you were talking, John, about. And that to me is very worrisome. I think he's going to get his confidence back. I mean, this guy, I sense it that this guy's going to be a big time pitcher for a long, long time for us. Interesting thought there from Chris.
I have one for Jeff, actually, because people keep talking to me about this on Twitter. Dante Nori. I mean, he was not supposed to be out for 7 days. It was a month or more, but people keep saying, what's going on with him? Why is the organization hiding things? He was only supposed to be out for 7 days. I
got a story for you on Thursday. Yeah. So I asked Don Matt, I'm just going after him with prospects. And he's like raving about Dante Nori. I'm like, he hasn't played in 5 weeks.
Who would you rather have, Jose Alvarado or Ryan Kerkering? I'll take Kerkering. I'll take Kerkering.
For sure.
Yeah. I'll take Kerkering.
I'll tell you this, Tyler. Like, I was told when Nori got hurt and I saw the injury, and just from talking to people that were really in the know, they're like, he ain't coming back in 7 days. We have no idea when he's coming back. He still isn't back.
So, guys, right quick. I mean, I got a couple of slides here on our minor league system, so we can react to. I don't know, Corey. Any thoughts? How the draft went? I thought it was interesting. This kid, we had the 36th pick. Was that the number we had?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I thought this guy is interesting. I like the ratings that they have on this kid. He could turn into something. I mean, he could turn into something. I mean, it's interesting that the Phillies over the last few years, they have brought guys that have injuries. I mean, a back injury here, the Hammett on Adam Miller, Gaywood.
They're definitely banking on guys with high upside.
Yeah, high upside. I mean, and the injuries carry some people away in the short term. We were so high on Adam Miller and what he was going to become, and he's already the third baseman or whatever of the Phillies or the shortstop next year.
We thought Adam Miller was going to be in the lineup by now.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, potentially. Any thoughts on this, Corey? I mean, what we picked?
I was surprised that they took Spangler only because of that back injury. But as Jeff mentioned, they're taking guys that are upside, and Spangler was viewed as a potential top 10 talent before this back injury. I know some guys or some fans wanted the catcher that went right after them. He was a Golden Spikes winner. And I know there's really no catching prospect in this system right now. But I think when I talk to fans about this, I think people view the MLB draft similar to how the NFL draft or the NBA draft works, where you draft your needs. The problem is MLB is so vast that you're just basically taking the kids and these college athletes that have the best tools, the highest upside. It doesn't really matter what position they play. It's just
Corey, perfect example. Devin Sheeran, right? Devin Sheeran didn't have great college stats, but man, he could throw. I would know. He came in my backyard pretty much. Went to Exeter.
Yeah.
So
this kid can throw.
Baseball is just insane, right, Corey? Because these guys are years away.
Yeah, they're years away, and it's not like an NFL draft where your first round pick is making an immediate impact more than likely. So, listen, Tyler Spangler could be fantastic if the back injury isn't that big of a deal. I know people wanted a catcher because obviously they see what's going on with Romuto. They look at the farm system and they don't have a single true catching prospect in the top 30. But again, the way these baseball drafts work, especially this year, they went more of a balanced way because they loaded up on pitching last year to help fill the needs of what they really had to kind of backfill the farm system in. So they took more hitters this year. But, you look at some guys like that Bogenpole, he broke Ryan Howard's home run record at Missouri State.
This guy he's a good player.
A ton of power. So, you're just looking at traits and tools that you can really just build on and hope that one or two of these guys really translate into something.
So here is the first start on the left. So I wanted to compare where the Phillies are in terms of their minor league system. This is best on MLB minor league system.
MLB does the best job, I think.
Yeah, they do. So the Phillies are 20th in baseball right now. But take a look at both the Brewers and the Dodgers. Take a look at the Dodgers, 8th, 5th, 4th,
Dodgers
1st,
are always
2nd.
high. Yeah.
Look at the Brewers. They do a much better job than we do. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. And look at the
Brewers develop people. Yeah,
the Brewers are loaded, guys. The Brewers are loaded. They just brought a kid called Lara, and then they're gonna bring a kid called Made. Remember this kid? This kid is gonna be a superstar.
Yeah, Jesus Mate is gonna be a stud.
Yeah, he's a Dominican guy. He's gonna be a monster, man. He's gonna be a monster.
He was fun to watch in the Futures game too.
Yeah. So here is what we have. The guys in yellow are the three guys that were picked right now. They put, and again, this is more than MLB. It's not MLB. This is combining MLB with Baseball America and some of the other sources that do it. Here's what they view as the top 30 prospects of the Phillies, more as a perspective. 3 of the guys in yellow are the first round or the draft picks from this year. So Tyler, the shortstop, is Tyler Spangler is the 9th. Caden Bogenfall, the big-time lefty guy, left-hander outfielder, he's 13th. And then 18th, Roger Rioja, the pitcher. And then I heard that our 5th pick, I remember, is an outfielder. He might
the guy after Sharon.
Yeah, the guy might be here. Hold on one second. Not
Jelkin.
The Gasparino guy. The Gasparino guy.
Gasparino.
Yeah, I heard this kid is a big time hitter with tremendous potential. He had a lot of home runs, and then he stopped hitting home runs, but they adjusted his swing, and he's hitting much better. And then Francisco Renteria,
So one thing I look at these prospect rankings, like Brian McComb was barely in the top 30 at the beginning of the year. Look where he's at now.
McFarland. Look at where McFarland. What is McFarland doing down there?
I don't think people watch him enough. I really don't.
Baseball America had him in the 20s, so he wasn't. I was shocked by that.
That, and I think relievers are just tough to gauge in terms of evaluating them because they're so volatile.
There is the Gasparino. Look, he's number 12.
Yeah. Remember, Ryan Kirkring wasn't a top 20 prospect either. I think he's turned out a pretty solid major league career so far.
Yeah, so I don't know. From your perspective, Corey, what's your take on this? I mean, who are tradable guys? Who are not tradable guys? I mean, I know I know Gabe Woods and the name of McFarland are the two names that we hear all the time. What are kind of your thoughts as we get into trading season? Who are some of these guys that could potentially be available and desired by some other organization?
I really think a guy that hasn't really been mentioned is Ramon Marquez, that number 4 prospect there on this list. I mean, he is generating a ton of buzz. Was talking with Travis Hergert the other day, and he's just raving about Marquez. He's working on his spin pitches. He's got a lethal fastball changeup mix already. And Hergert believes that this guy could be a legitimate stud at the big league level. He's young. He's 20. I know fans don't want to hear that, and they don't want to hear, we got to practice patience. But that's the
and they got nothing to trade. Remember that,
right? Like if you look at this farm system, it's very bottom heavy, where they don't have a ton of guys that are close in proximity. I mean, Marquez he's in double or high A right now. I mean, Escobar, these guys, Brad Pacheco, the number 8 guy, he's been raved about. He's still in Clearwater. Matthew Fisher just got to Clearwater. All these pitchers they took are lower down in the minor league system. So it's going to take some time, but I wouldn't be surprised if teams are calling about Marquez.
Well, here's another thing too. Look at some of these Aiden Miller hurt, Dante Nori hurt, Moises Chase hurt, Carson DeMartini hurt. Juan Hipon just came back. Juan Parr is an international guy. There's a lot of unknowns too, because so many guys have been hurt this year.
Yeah, that's that is the kind of the sad reality of this. Couple more slides, promise, and then we call it. Let me see here what we have. So this is where I had the guys hitting. But it's this. I mean, what's the road ahead? So we play the Dodgers now. So we got Sanchez against Sheehan. Sheehan has not been as good as last year. Robleski has been their best pitcher so far. They got Glasnow and some of the other pitchers that are not available because they're hurt right now. Then we got Wheeler and Nola. Nola against Sasaki. Sasaki has not been any good this year. So hopefully.
Oscar, they actually said before the Dodgers game tonight that Sasaki is going to go to the next series because they still want to keep their 6-man rotation even without Ohtani.
Okay.
Which I would say is actually a blessing. Sasaki just threw against the Yankees the other night. He threw 13 or 14 pitches in triple digits out of nowhere. I mean, the guy was absolutely amped up.
We were talking about that today. Where did that come from? And remember he was doing that out of the bullpen a couple times last year. I don't know. He is such an enigma when it comes to pitching.
Yeah. So look, it'll be very interesting. Then the Yankees have really good pitching, but they don't have Judge is not playing at this point. Schlichter, best pitcher, young pitcher in the American League right now. Weathers started really good. He's declined significantly, and Warren has been good for them. So we got Rangel. I'm glad we separated Nola and Rangel, particularly for the bullpen and what that represents. So that's a big. So we go.
Yeah, Don Magley mentioned that today too. That was part of the plan because he said, look, sometimes you're managing 2 games at once, right? You're managing for tomorrow and today, and with the whole 5th starter thing. So yeah, it was a smart move.
So great week, right? Great week. We have Thursday off. We got the Dodgers the next 3 days. Then we got the Yankees for the weekend. Then we go to our the best place where everybody goes and the Cuban sandwiches there in Miami. Then we go to Baltimore, and then we come back here with 4 games against. I don't know why we always playing 4 games against the Washington Nationals.
It's weird, right? And you're playing Baltimore, and then Washington comes here. I forget who's Chase Utley's Hall of Fame night is after that, but I forget who they play.
I don't remember the date.
That might be the Cardinals series. Is it the Blue Jays? Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's right. That's the weekend the Blue Jays come back.
I think it is.
Yeah, one thing to me, I always like to do the right service to our dear friend John. and to all of you guys when you're with us to promote what you have. Look, John has created something really, really special. Foley's, the Philly Sports Shop. You can find anything. I mean, I love going to the shop. I mean, you can see you to the store. You love what you need to do. If you cannot go there because it's in South Philly, it's on 22nd and South Philly, then go to Foley's on south.com. If you spend $75, you get free shipping. You tell me if I'm doing the right thing here, promoting the store. You find everything.
Nice.
You want to talk about what's selling, what sells the most? I mean, what are the things that you're having fun with? I mean, just talk to us in general.
It's all over the map. I mean, some days, the T-shirts, the apparel, we have so many talented artists and local companies.
Look at the T-shirt. Just show us. I mean, I love your logo, man. Your logo is incredible. Look at that.
We sold some logo T-shirts today. We got some logo hats available on the website.
Yeah, we got to get some Phil Stelgate merchandising in there.
And I need that logo on the mug.
We need some Phil's Gate merchandising in there. I'm sure Tyler is good.
Yeah, let's do some collabs, Tyler.
I might need to talk to like a copyright lawyer.
I was gonna say, do you have anything patented yet, Tyler?
No.
Oh man, no. But I mean, really, I love when you go to the store. You find very, very special things. I mean, some of the signed baseball, Mike Schmidt. You find Chase Utley, the bats. I mean, it's just really, really special plays, and he's creating kind of what is it, like a special parts of the store dedicated to those moments, like the 2008 World Series and some of the very cool stuff that you have in there.
John, how are you able to get Derek Hill anyway? I still think that's really cool. I
gave him a call,
Yeah, you got connections.
I just gave him a call. No, friend of a friend. And
nice.
Hopefully that's just the first event like that of many. We plan to have a lot more guys coming through.
And this is the first stores of many. You can see that he's trying to build a franchise here.
Hey, we got grand ambitions, but no, I think if you come out here, if you're a Philly sports fan, you come here to the shop, you're going to have a good time. You're going to find some things you're interested in, whether it's the apparel, whether it's the memorabilia, whether it's any of the other things that the talented folks make for us here at the shop. And I recommend coming through.
That is awesome. Where can we follow you in social media, and just give us the store and everything so we could be ready for it?
Yeah, you can follow me as always at 2008 Phils, and then the handle for the shop itself on pretty much every social media channel is at Foley's on South.
That's awesome, man. Thank you, John. Thank you for joining us today. Tyler, anything interesting you're planning here, rocket ships or anything?
Just trying to get some more things out before the deadline. Really following the teams that are going to sell or plan on selling. Planning to put together a top 25 list of players that I think will be moved. Not necessarily to the Phillies, but at least get that information out there in case they are traded to the Phillies.
Yeah, I'm very worried that the supply is going to be significantly lower than the demand, particularly for pitchers. I mean, there's going to be a huge demand out there, and there's not enough supplies with so many teams still. I mean, like Tyreek Skubal or somebody like Tyler Rogers from the Orioles that is a free agent after the season. They might not. They just resigned Bradish, so they're not going to resign probably Tyler Rogers. And I mean, those guys could potentially be available at some point. So it'll be very interesting.
I think looking forward, we really need a few of these American League teams to go on some losing streaks to really get the market ramped up, because there is a chance that these 7 teams that I said are the only 7 teams that are selling.
And that's why I liked your post, because right now there aren't a lot of sellers.
Yeah, I'm gonna retweet the post in a minute, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna send a message to the commissioner and said, hey, make sure the American League teams start losing so we can get some players here. I mean, it's ridiculous. Where can we follow you in social media?
Yeah, just at Phil's Tailgate, and I appreciate the support and the comments and the kind words from everybody.
Yeah, and he's real. He's a real person. Let's not forget that. He's a real man.
He's a real person. You can look at
I get into this streak sometimes where I'm just posting things and I don't respond back to anybody for like a week at a time, and people
You're
think
smart
that.
by doing that.
Yeah.
Corey, where can we follow your great work, and just give us a couple of things that you're working on right now?
Yeah, you can follow me on X at Cory_Nidoh. That's where you'll see all my written stuff, dabbling in some video content as well. I'll be at the ballpark tomorrow to kick off the series. We'll also be on hand for that Yankee series as well with PSN. And yeah, just continue to work out. I'm going to put out some pieces of some trade targets. A guy that I think could be interesting. He's not a high leverage guy right now, but Daniel Lynch of the Royals. Maybe the Phillies and Royals make another swap like they did, with Strom and Bolin. But I do think Lynch is certainly an intriguing arm as well. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, at Cory_Nidoh, that's where I'm the most busy.
That's awesome. Hey, guys, thank you so much. I truly appreciate the time, and let's catch up. We'll look forward to see you in the next few weeks. Any final words, Jeff, before we leave?
No, I mean, I'm going to be at the Dodgers game on Tuesday. Going to be at 2 games at the game. By the way, Oscar, Ricky Ricard and I will be taking the picture for you over the weekend. I have to go see Ricky this weekend.
Oh, yeah, you see Ricky. Tell Ricky that I'm enjoying the sun in Florida while I do some consulting work down here.
Yeah, you know what, Oscar? It was weird, like you not being in Philly for the All-Star game. It
rains.
Weird.
I mean, look, you got to do what you got to do, man. It's in your life. I mean, it's I think just to finish answering that, in life you go through journeys. I had 5 unbelievable years. I would not trade them for the world. We went to the World Series in 22. I still pinch myself because of it, and hopefully we'll make it to the World Series this year. And
you know what? I'm going through that right now. I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know what next week brings. But man, it's like I say with CBS,
follow the money. Follow the money. It's that.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. You know where I'm going with this, by the way.
Yeah, follow the money. Follow the money. No, just kidding, guys. Hey, great to see you guys. Thank you, Corey, Tyler. You guys are the best. Jeff, I'll see you tomorrow on Phillies Fastball. Take it easy, guys. Have a wonderful week, and go Phils.
Lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundito entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va, Schwarber Bob, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento. Swing y lo ponchó.